Hi everyone, Ravi this side. Welcome to EnggAdda. So in the previous video we discussed how we can create one React component which was list product and render some static data. In this video we are going to see how we can call a get API backend API that we have created in our front-end application and log those data which is coming from the database. So let me go to the Visual Studio Code, and this is the now let me go to the Visual Studio Code, and this is the application, and this is the component that we have created. It was rendering some static data. Okay, so this look good. Now let me try to, this application is already up. Okay, let me try to go to the browser and show you. So you can see this is the static data that we are fetching from our table that we have created in the list component. Okay, now first of all let me try to remove this from here. Okay, so we don't have any data in our table. Now let me go to the browser and show you. Okay, nothing is there, right? Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to call the get API that we have developed in our backend application, which was fetching all the products from the database in our React application. So let me go to the backend application that we have created, and let me up this application and go to the postman and hit the git mapping to see what all the record we have in our database. Okay, so our application is up on the port number 9000. Now go to the postman, and this is the API to get all the record from the database. So just hit on send, and you can see we have only two records in our database, mobile and the laptop, right? Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to call this API in our front. So for that, we are going to use the Axios library in our React. So let me go to the Visual Studio Code and let me install the Axios here. So first of all, let me stop our application. So you can do Control C. It will come the option of terminate batch job. You can say yes. Now the command to install the Axios is npm install Axios. So Axios is a library with which we can do all the calls. Axios is the library with the help of which we can do all the REST calls like get, delete, post, put, every calls we can do with the Axios library. So that is why we are installing the Axios here. So Axios is installed. Now let me come here to the source folder and right click on it and create one component, create one folder called service, where we'll try to keep the service file that we are going to create. So create the folder called service or services, and inside the services folder we are going to create one file called product service. Okay, .js file. Here what we are going to do, we are going to uh, import the Axios library, and with the help of that, what we'll do, we'll try to create couple of methods with which we can call our APIs. Okay, so first of all, let me try to import the Axios here. So import Axios from Axios. Let me try to create the class called product service. Okay, product service. Okay, and let me try to export default product service, and we are not exporting the product service here, we are just exporting one instance of the product service. So new product service instance. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create one method called get products, and inside that with the help of Axios we'll try to call the get API that we have created in our backend application. Okay, so for that, let me try to create one const called base API, and inside that, let me try to put the URL of the base API of our back. Now this is giving some error, so let me try to cut this from here. It should be out of the class, so let me try to put it here. So inside the product service class that we have created, I'm going to create one method called get products, and that method will be returning the list of the product which it will fetch from the backend. So let me try to do that. So get products, okay, and with the help of XGS, we'll try to hit this base API for find all. So the API for find all will be, let me go to the controller. So base API plus all. That is what we are using in our Postman to hit this, right? So let me go to the Visual Studio Code, and this is the method that we have created. Now we'll return this xgs.get, and we are passing the base API plus all. Okay, so we are good now. So what it will do, it will try to fetch all the products from the backend, from the database, and then bring it to the front end. What we need to do right now, I'm going to just do this console log, or log this products which is coming from the backend, and then show you how it is looking like. So just save this service class that we have created. Okay, and now go to the products list product component, and here what we need to do, we need to create one constructor. So let me try to create that. So let's say constructor props and super props, and we need to set the state here. Okay, so here I'm going to use the component inbound method to load our component when it is started. So let me try to call this component did mount. Okay, and let me try to close this. What I will do, I will try to console log the data which is coming from the APIs. Okay, so for that we need to call the get products method from the product service. Okay, so let me try to call that product service dot get product. Okay, and then with the help of response, let me try to close this. We are simply doing the console log of the data that we are fetching out. Okay, so let me try to save it, and let me try to make our application up and then show you what we are logging and what data it is coming from the database. So as of now we have only two records or two product in our database, so it will log those two product. So let me try to make this application up and then show you those things. Okay, it is npm start, so it will take few seconds to make our application up, and yeah, so you can see like right now we don't have any static data, and what we are doing, we are fetching out the data from the backend, and we are just simply logging it. We are not rendering it to our table that we have created, right? So how we can see the log? So you can right click on this, go to the inspect, and here you can see, let me go to the console. Here you can see this array, and it has two elements or two product inside it. Let me try to open up open it up and you can see, right, we have the two elements 0 and 1, and these are the products which is coming from the database or from the backend. We have this mobile and the laptop, and these are the details of them. You can come here to the postman. Let me try to hit this, and you can see, right. So this is how you can consume or you can call the API, backend API in our front end. In the coming video, I will show you how you can render this data that we are logging up here now to the browser or to our table that we have created. So this is about the video, guys. If you like the video, please hit the like button and please subscribe the channel for more such content. Thanks.